so I changed the locks. When I married Sophia 3 years ago, I brought my 2 kids, Grace, 10, and Noah, 8. She brought hers, Landon, 16, and Mira, 14. I went all in on blended family, carpools, cleats, craft supplies, birthday blowouts, vacations. If love and effort could weld a family together, we'd have been titanium. Instead, I became the in-house ATM. At first, it was little cuts. I'd say dinner, and Landon wouldn't look up from his controller. I'd ask Mira to pick up her clothes and she'd go, "My mom didn't tell me to." Same request from Sophia? Instant compliance. When I cooked, Landon would ask Sophia, not me, if my food was safe to eat, like I was testing bioweapons. Grace noticed. "Daddy, why don't they listen to you?" Try explaining that to a 10-year-old. Sophia's sister finally said, the quiet part out loud. The kid's dad, Alex, had drilled into them that only biological parents get authority. Sophia, guilty about the divorce, didn't push back. Translation: I could pay, but I couldn't parent. The line in the sand. It all snapped on a rainy Thursday. Noah and I had spent 3 weekends building a wooden race car in the garage. He loved that thing. Landon came downstairs, decided Noah was too loud, grabbed the car, and smashed it against the wall. Then he told my 8-year-old, "Ask your dad to buy another. That's all he's good for." When I confronted him, Landon delivered the script I'd heard a dozen times. "You're not my parent. I don't answer to you." Mira wandered in and added, "Mom said only real parents make rules. Dad told her that." Sophia came down. I told her what happened. She went pale and said nothing. That silence was the whole truth. Authority without responsibility? Pass. That night I made a list of everything in my name. Mortgage, utilities, internet, phones, car insurance, health, insurance, streaming, lessons, gym, allowances, the works. If I had 0 authority, why was I carrying 100% of the responsibility? In 2 hours, I unwound it. Phones, canceled. Streaming, canceled. Gym and lessons, canceled. Insurance, removed. Internet, downgraded. Not revenge, math, authority, and responsibility are a package deal. Next morning, I packed Landon and Mira's rooms. Carefully. No spite. Then I called a locksmith. 4 keys. Me, Sophia, Grace, Noah. When Sophia got home, her old key didn't work. I handed her the new one and showed her the boxes by the door. "Your children don't live here anymore," I said. "Pickups tonight, with their parent." She called it cruel. I called it boundaries. At 6:30, Alex pulled up. He started, with "This is extreme." I pointed at the boxes. "Your kids told me I'm not their father. Would you keep providing for them?" He didn't have a good answer. Landon and Mira arrived confident, and then not. "You're punishing us for hurting your feelings," Landon tried. "No. I'm declining to fund people who refuse basic respect." They left. The quiet after the storm. The house exhaled. Grace and Noah spread homework on the table. We cooked without commentary. Noah said, "Dad, the house feels bigger." It did. Sophia cycled through anger, bargaining, and family therapy? I said no to resets without change. A week in, Alex called, humble for the first time. "They want to come back. Turns out living here isn't a sleepover. Curfews, chores, spotty Wi-Fi. They miss what you provided." "Then they come back. On my terms," I said. "Non-negotiable." "The terms respect. I'm not Mom's husband. I'm a parent figure in this house. They follow rules from both adults. No more ATM. Allowances tied to chores. Extras come from their father. One chance, old behavior returns. They leave, permanently." Sophia asked to present it. I let her, but made clear it wasn't a debate. 3 days later, Alex's car again. Landon and Mira looked smaller, humbled. At the door, Landon said, "I want to apologize to Noah first. Then talk about how to make this work. I stepped aside. Repair, not rewind. The apology wasn't a mumble. Landon sat with Noah for 20 minutes and owned every part of what he'd done. Anger at me, taking it out on a little kid, destroying something made with love. Then he asked how to make it right. Build a new one. With lights, Noah said. So they did. 2 weekends in the garage, measuring, sanding, laughing. It wasn't performative, it was relationship. Mira's shift was quieter. Fewer eye rolls, more questions. Can you proof my essay? Does this outfit work? Not because I became dad, but because she started seeing me as a competent adult on her team. The first big test came when Landon wanted a Tuesday concert that ended at midnight. Old Landon would have bypassed me. New Landon asked both of us and offered trade-offs. I said, home by 11:45 and you wake yourself up for school. He negotiated, shook my hand, and did exactly that. That handshake felt like turning a corner. Money took longer. They earned phones and streaming back after consistent behavior. Both got part-time jobs. Suddenly a phone bill equaled hours bagging groceries. Amazing how quickly entitlement shrinks when it has a price tag. Sophia had the steepest learning curve. She stopped rescuing. When Mira left dishes for days, Sophia didn't pick them up. When Landon tried parent splitting, she said, "We decide together." Hard for her. Necessary for us. 6 months later, I'm at the kitchen table watching. Noah and Landon wire LEDs into a new car. Mira's chopping veggies next to Sophia, giving her a hard time about too much garlic, playfully. Grace is drawing a family picture that looks like joy, not diplomacy. We're not the Brady Bunch. We're better than the mess we were. Changing. The locks didn't break the family. It saved it. Sometimes the only way to build anything functional is to stop funding dysfunction. Love matters, but love without respect and boundaries becomes exploitation. We're real now. And that's enough.